Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Invest Punch, the show where we put big ideas and big companies head to head, punch for punch. Today's episode is going to be a special one because we're asking a massive question about the future of humanity. Should we stay on Earth and build a sustainable future here? Or should we expand beyond Earth and start building civilizations in space? On one side of the ring, we have Rocket Lab, the rising star in aerospace, building rockets, satellites, and systems to push humanity toward the moon, Mars, and beyond. On the other side, we have OKLO, a nuclear energy pioneer, developing compact microreactors that could provide clean, cheap, and reliable electricity for decades. So, if you were an investor, where would you put your money? Would you back the company powering Earth's future or the one taking us off Earth altogether? Let's break this down. Rocket Lab, the challenger to SpaceX. Rocket Lab, ticker symbol RKLB, was founded by Peter Beck in New Zealand, but today it's an American space company with a clear mission: make space more accessible. Their main workhorse is the Electron rocket. It's smaller than SpaceX's Falcon 9, but it's also far cheaper, perfect for launching small satellites into orbit. Then there's their ambitious project, the Neutron rocket. This one's designed to go head-to-head with SpaceX in the medium lift market. It's still in development, but if successful, it could change Rocket Lab's scale completely. And finally, Rocket Lab doesn't just launch satellites. Through their Photon program, they actually build satellites themselves, meaning they're both the delivery company and the manufacturer. In short, Rocket Lab is carving out its identity as a mini SpaceX, leaner, more focused, and targeting niches that SpaceX might not prioritize, like small satellites and flexible on-demand launches. For investors, the story here is about the long game. The world is heading toward an era filled with satellites, internet from space, global communications, lunar missions, and eventually Mars. If Rocket Lab secures a place in that ecosystem, their growth potential is massive. Now, let's shift gears back to Earth and talk about OKLO. OKLO is building something called a microreactor, a tiny, next-generation nuclear power plant. What makes it special? First, it uses advanced nuclear fuel that allows the reactor to run continuously for 10 to 20 years without refueling. Second, it's safer by design. Because it's small, distributed, and easier to control, it avoids many of the risks associated with large nuclear power plants. And third, it's a direct solution to carbon reduction. The world is trying to move away from oil and gas, and nuclear microreactors could fill that gap. But here's the real selling point. OKLO isn't just selling electricity. They're selling energy independence. Imagine being a factory, a city, or even a military base. Instead of relying on fragile grids or imported fuel, you could have your own personal nuclear plant running safely for decades. Backing OKLO is Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. He's invested not just money, but his reputation into this company, which tells you how high the stakes are. OKLO is betting big that the future demands clean, affordable, and secure power. If that's true, they're in the perfect position to lead. So, how do Rocket Lab and OKLO stack up, punch for punch? Rocket Lab. Less immediate necessity. Space is exciting, but not essential for everyday life. But their market is growing fast, driven by satellites, space internet, and commercial missions. Their biggest risk is brutal competition, especially from SpaceX. OKLO. Energy is the foundation of everything. Without electricity, economies stop, cities fail, and the modern world collapses. The market is massive and demand is certain. Their risks are more about regulations, safety approvals, and public trust. So in many ways, Rocket Lab has trend stability, while OKLO has market stability. Let's talk about the investment timeline. Short term, 1 year. Rocket Lab, their stock moves with launch frequency and success. Consistent missions build confidence. OKLO, their stock hinges on government approvals. A license for their microreactors could send shares soaring. Midterm, 3 years. Rocket Lab, if the neutron rocket succeeds, they'll open a whole new market. Shares could rise 3 to 5x. OKLO, if they launch real commercial projects, revenues begin to flow. Stock could grow 2 to 3x. Long term, 5 years. Rocket Lab, if Neutron competes with SpaceX and Photon secures NASA contracts, this could be a 10-bagger stock. OKLO, with large-scale clients like governments or the military, they could lock in massive, stable revenue. Very long term, 12 years. Rocket Lab, if we enter the era of colonizing the moon or Mars, Rocket Lab could become the Airbus of space. OKLO, if microreactors are widely adopted, OKLO could be a global energy giant with exponential stock growth. So, which would you choose? If you're chasing big dreams and explosive growth, Rocket Lab is your bet, but be ready for volatility. If you prefer certainty and essential demand, OKLO offers stability because everyone needs energy. Or maybe you're a diversified investor, holding both, a piece of space and a piece of Earth. At its core, Rocket Lab versus OKLO is about two visions of the future. Rocket Lab, if Earth isn't enough, we must expand into space. OKLO, if Earth remains our home, we must power it sustainably. So let me ask you, do you believe humanity's future lies in building a sustainable Earth or in creating new civilizations among the stars? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Rocket Lab or OKLO? Who gets your investment? And that's episode 2 of Invest Punch. In the next episode, we'll bring you another exciting face-off, punch for punch. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.